Alright, what's going on guys? My name is Omega and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So today I've got a couple big things to talk to you guys about. First off, I want to go over a new tweet from Respawn talking about the patch that just went live earlier today. We have a ton of bug fixes, so hopefully this is going to help the state of Apex over the next couple of weeks because everything in this game seemed to have been broken up until now. So the main things that they fixed in this patch were the heat shield audio bug as well as a rare exploit going along with the heat shield. So happy that this is finally fixed. I can confirm after playing a game that I did not hear this bug at all. Heat shields have also been removed from the crafting pool, and there were some bugs with Lobus Tactical that was fixed. I don't think this is like a major fix for Lobus Tactical. Mainly it was just a specific area where it wasn't working. Some skins with missing textures have also been fixed, and the Nintendo Switch version has also been updated. Oh, and they also apparently fixed the bugged sound on Bangalore's heirloom. Now there are some major bugs that are still in this game that have not yet been fixed. The first one I want to talk about is duos, because duos right now, if you have not noticed, pretty broken, especially with the no fill option. For some reason, whenever you go into duos right now and you have fill teammates selected, you'll basically 95% of the time just be put into a game by yourself. I tried this out and I can confirm that's basically what happens every single time. There's also tons of people complaining about this on Reddit, so it looks like there's still a pretty big issue in duos specifically. There's also a small bug with Mirage when he uses a golden backpack and revives a teammate. As you guys know, in the last patch we had a change where if you have a golden backpack, there's a new visual effect that appears. Well, this visual effect basically gives away where Mirage is when he's reviving someone, so his invisibility does not work as well when he has a golden backpack. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're playing as Mirage. Also, if you guys watched my last video, I talked about how both Caustic's gas as well as Bangalore's smoke got a slight accidental nerf where they were now both very easy to see through. Well, we got a comment from Daniel Klein on Reddit who said, "We're investigating what happened here. There was a change to the underlying effects that was made with optimization in mind. The goal was to have it look identical to what was there before, but apparently that's not what happened. We'll let you know when we know more." So this wasn't like an intentional nerf. It looks like they were just trying to fix the effects for optimization purposes, but by doing that it made it much more easier to see both through Bangalore's smoke and Caustic's gas. So when this change does get fixed, I will let you guys know in a future video. Now, Caustic mains might be very excited with what I'm about to talk about next. Everyone else who plays this game is probably going to be very upset, but we got another comment from Daniel Klein talking about some ideas they might have for how to fix Caustic in the future if it does turn out that the data shows that Caustic is just absolutely terrible with this last nerf. So he said, as for this Caustic nerf, this is the only way we can tease out how much the damage actually contributes to his power. We believe that his gas is still powerful even with this much lower damage due to its slow vision denial and vision highlighting for Caustic. Down the line, I'd love to try other things on the gas that are a little spicier. Maybe people suffering from his gas take extra damage from all sources. Maybe it puts a lingering can't use heal item status on them. Maybe standing in the gas heals Caustic. I don't know, these are all pretty spicy. So healing Caustic while he's sitting in the gas sounds like the most terrible change in the world. But again, these are all just ideas that developers say they want to try out. Now, Daniel also had another interesting idea about Caustic. He said one way to push Caustic into defensive territory a little bit more is to let his gas barrels mature. The longer that they're placed in the world, the more dangerous they become. This would obviously require visual updates on the barrels to make their state clear. So basically what he's saying is that maybe a future change for Caustic might be when he throws down his gas barrels, they're not as powerful for the first couple seconds, and then after they're in the world for a little bit longer, they start to change colors and they eventually do deal more damage and get more powerful as the game goes on. Now, next to Caustic, Lifeline seems to be the next legend that's also going to be getting some changes in Season 9. This again came from Reddit, where Daniel Klein was responding to a player who asked, would you consider giving Lifeline her old revive back and then buffing her ultimate in return? Daniel said, we got a playlist in testing that's pretty promising that does smart things about the ultimate. It turns out all we had to do there was apply a minimum of smarts to picking what's in it, and suddenly the ultimate was good. The current implementation looks at the loot you and your teammates have have and guarantees at least one upgrade. I'm not going to talk about it much more because the earliest it might ship is Season 9, but I'm hopeful as someone who plays a lot of Lifeline and wished her Tactical and Ultimate weren't memes. He also made a separate comment saying, I think we should try a version of Lifeline's passive without the shield and see how that goes. Now we also know from the AMA of the patch notes that Daniel Klein wants to eventually remove low profile from all of the legends, but they're not going to do that until Lifeline has a nerf that wouldn't make her extremely overpowered when she gets low profile removed, and it looks like removing her passive shield might be the temporary answer to that issue. Now I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts on Lifeline's passive shield, whether you think it should be removed in the game. I'm seeing a lot of comments here from people saying to not remove it, even giving suggestions on making the shield potentially like Rampart's walls, where you could actually destroy her passive shield, which would put it on some kind of longer cooldown. That might be a little bit better than just removing it entirely, but I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys have to say about this potential change. We also recently got a little bit of information about the Season 9 legend from Chad Grenier. So he did an interview in Japanese where he was talking about Apex Legends coming to the Switch, and he also mentioned how in Season 9 the brand new legend that will be coming out will be liked in Japan. So I'm not sure what exactly that means, whether the character is going to have some kind of like ties to Japanese culture, but that's definitely very cool to see developers starting to now talk about the Season 9 legend. Now, before I end this video, I want to give you guys another update about Arenas mode, which is potentially coming in Season 9. So we had a tweet from Shrugtal a couple days ago going over some audio files that he found from the code. Now, just want to let you guys know that just because things are in the game files doesn't mean that it's set in stone. All of this is subject to change, but I will talk about with you guys what he actually found. Now, the name of the audio file that Shrugtal found was called arenas_partycrashers_AMB_EXT. In his tweet, he said you can hear Turbine, the waterfall outside, and faint music being lost in the wind. With Mirage Voyage gone from Kings Canyon, I wonder if it moves to Olympus, crashes from the storm, and is an arena in Season 9. And I'll play you guys a small clip of the audio right here just so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. Now, in another tweet, he found a different audio file, this time called exoplanet_windy cliffside. He said, with how it's named Exoplanet, similar to other maps, wondering if we could see smaller, completely new maps just for arenas. Either that or Olympus gets grounded, as that's the only way we'd hear a windy cliffside. So we've been talking about that a bunch, whether Respawn was going to be bringing in brand new maps for this arenas game mode. Hopefully we are going to be getting some new locations. Like, I wouldn't mind it either way, but I think it would be really cool just to have some new areas to play in, especially if we're going to be getting some kind of like TDM style game modes coming to Apex in Season 9. Again, it's all just stuff in the game files. It's not set in stone, but I have a pretty good idea that we're going to get some sort of variation of what Shrugtal is talking about. Now, thank you guys for checking out today's video. That's all I have to talk to you guys about today. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.